Brianna defends her decision to become, as the news anchor puts it, an entrepreneurial porn star by saying that, well, she makes a lot of money doing it, which I'm sure she does. But the problem is that I make a lot of money doing this is the worst possible moral justification for anything.
Exactly. Worst reason ever.
Okay, many of the bad things people do, they do because they make money doing it. But we don't accept that as an excuse. If someone says, accuses you of engaging in objectionable and immoral behavior, and you respond, but I make a lot of money doing it, they generally aren't going to say, oh, okay, well, never mind then. I mean, obviously, it's totally acceptable in that case. I just want to make sure that you weren't behaving in a disgusting and shameful way for free. But as long as you're making money, then never mind. Carry on. That's not how the conversation goes. And that's because we know you're doing it for money and attention and validation, but that doesn't make it better. Now, if this story sounds familiar, it's because a version of this story plays out seemingly like once a week now. Before Brianna Coppage, it was a woman named Annie Knight who made some headlines after getting fired from her corporate marketing job after starting an OnlyFans page. Before her, it was Kristen McDonald, who's the special needs teaching assistant who was fired after her OnlyFans activities were discovered. And it's not just teachers and employees in the corporate world getting fired for this. A while ago, a female mechanic at a Honda dealership in Indiana was also fired from her job when she began dabbling in the entrepreneurial porn business. And so this sort of thing happens frequently. And for the most part, these women, when they're fired, are treated as martyrs by the media. But they are not martyrs. It goes without saying, or should go without saying, that all of these women deserve to be fired. Your employer is concerned not just with your behavior at work, but also with your behavior outside of work if it reflects poorly on them or causes difficulties in the workplace. Your employer has a right to take those kinds of things into consideration, which means that if you become a prostitute in your free time, you should absolutely lose your job.
Absolutely.
Most people don't want to work with or around prostitutes, and your employer doesn't want to employ prostitutes. It's disgraceful and dirty and disgusting and embarrassing. This is obviously especially the case if you're a teacher, but it applies no matter your occupation. And yes, as established, OnlyFans is prostitution.
Yes, OnlyFans is prostitution.
I've been arguing for years, all pornography is prostitution. To be a prostitute is to sell your body for money. And that's what everyone in the porn industry is doing. It's what everyone on OnlyFans is doing.
Whether it's online or offline.
It's what a hooker on the street corner is doing. There's no moral difference or even any significant practical difference between any of these categories. But with OnlyFans, as opposed to what I guess we must call traditional internet porn, this equivalency is the most obvious. That OnlyFans is like the most direct parallel with being a hooker on a street corner, which is also why OnlyFans should obviously be banned. Now, I think all pornography should be banned, but if we have to go about this incrementally, then OnlyFans is a very good place to start.